This one's for all my girls. And we talk about like dating today and love bombing because I feel like every single man I run into, I am being love bombed, okay? I don't want that, okay? I need like genuine, like, this shit is not genuine. Like, after 7 text messages, you're telling me you think I'm perfect. Bro, you have not seen me. Like, I'm giving you my best, the best version of me right now, okay?
Yo, what is going on, guys? So on today's episode, we have here some single mothers who are very upset that dating does not work out the way they want it to work out, okay? They are out here looking for their Prince Charming. They are over the age of 30. They have a kid to another man, and yet they're sitting here wondering, why is it that men don't take me seriously, right? They love bomb me and then they ditch me, or they never want anything serious. So we're going to be kicking it off with this woman right here, who is very frustrated. So guys, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments on what this woman says.
This one's for all my girls. And we talk about like dating today and love bombing because I feel like every single man I run into, I am being love bombed, okay? I don't want that, okay? I need like genuine, like, this shit is not genuine. Like, after 7 text messages, you're telling me you think I'm perfect. Bro, you have not seen me. Like, I'm giving you my best, the best version of me right now, okay?
One of the funniest things that I see in these videos is you have these women looking for a man who is genuine, okay? All of the genuine men are not men that these women are interested in. All of the guys who are genuine, these men are boring, or he's not attractive enough, or he doesn't earn enough money, right? They never actually chase the genuine men. Okay? Never believe this nonsense of, oh, I'm looking for a real Prince Charming and all of this stuff. When she starts to say this, what she really means is, I just want someone to look care of my kid. Right? And they don't even mean it half the time. They still want that man who's attractive. They still want the man who's better than them, makes more money, who's taller, all of this stuff. But yeah, you know, she's just looking for a genuine connection, guys.
The best version of me right now, okay? You have not seen me in the trenches. You haven't even seen me without makeup. You haven't even seen me in a pair of sweatpants. You haven't seen me at all. And you're gonna sit here and tell me I'm the most perfect human you've ever met? Sir, please leave. Stop. Like, I literally, I don't know what it is. And like, I mean, I'm a year and a half out of my divorce.
Okay, so not only are we a single mother, but we are also a divorced single mother. Now, let me explain it for this woman, okay, what this is. And a lot of women don't seem to understand what this is. When a man, quote unquote, love bombs you, let's cut all the nonsense out of the way. What's happening is he only wants one thing from you. He just wants to have a bit of fun and then move on. These men who you match with on these dating applications, these are not your next husband. These are not your next Prince Charming. The Prince Charming you were looking for, chances are he's the father of your kids. And if he's not, you probably should have made a better decision. Okay? It's all very fun and games, guys, until it comes to the consequences of this, right? I want to go out there. I want to live my boss babe queen life, right? But then we jump back into the dating market and things aren't exactly what we expected. You know, yeah, you have some fun with some bad boys, but wait a minute, you know, where's the genuine connection that she was looking for? I don't know, try the father of your children that you just divorced.
I was with my ex-husband for 8 years. Like, yes, I was out of the dating game for a very long time, okay? I understand. But has it always been like this? Or like what's happening? I genuinely don't understand. Like,
guys, leave a comment, right? What do you think has happened? Okay, let me tell you what's happened. Dating applications, ridiculous standards and options given to modern women. These are a couple of things that come to mind because what happens is you have these women who think that they have all of these options, right? I don't need no man. I can go out there and I can have my fun. Look how many guys are in my DMs. But not one of them can actually keep a man that they want. Well, let's let that sink in for a second, guys. Not one of these women can keep a man that they actually want. Devastating.
really don't understand. Like, this is insane, and it's making me just really want to not date. Like, I feel like I'm just ready just to be a cat lady. You know, maybe just get a bunch of cats, hang out, and just chill.
I couldn't have said it better myself. This is what I always say in these videos. This is what a lot of these modern women are destined for. And hey, if you like cats, personally, I don't like the animal. I think they're, you know, not a good companion at all. But if, you know, if you're someone who likes cats, you want to become a crazy cat lady, that's totally fine with me. Okay? And let's be honest with ourselves here, guys. She says that she's not going to date anymore. She will. She will continue to go out there. She will continue to see the bad boys. And I always feel, you know, these guys have dodged a bullet. Granted, they dealt with it for 8 years, but these guys who these women divorce, it's like, it must be reality shattering to see, you know, someone you've spent years of your life with just go out there, get on Tinder and get with a bunch of random dudes. It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. You know, one dude's 8-year marriage is some other dude's hookup on Tinder. It's disgusting. Okay, and we as men, we're supposed to wife up a lot of these individuals, right? They wonder why the birth rates are so low. They wonder why the marriage rates are so low. Men have absolutely no incentive to get into something long-term with you, especially a girl who's a single mother and divorced. Crazy.
Just to be a cat lady. You know, maybe just get a bunch of cats, hang out, and just chill. Because this is ghetto. I don't like this. It's not for me. I can't do it. I think I'm just gonna hang up my hat.
So before we get into this next woman, right? This woman says that she's going to quit. Again, guys, leave a comment, right? Let me know what you think. Do you think she's actually going to quit the dating? I don't. I think she's going to resume dating bad boys. She's going to keep complaining. And she's ultimately going to become a great source of content for the channel, as all of these modern women do. And guys, here's the thing, right? We're all about equality over here. You know this, okay? You can go out there. You can be a strong, independent boss, babe. Hey, you can, it's a free country, quote unquote. You can divorce your husband. You can take his money. You can take his kids, all of these things. But there are consequences for your actions, okay? And one of them is that men do not want to commit to you. So, you know, you made your bed, now lie in it. So let's jump into this next one here. Let me pull this down a little bit. This is also another single mother. Guys, I really want to take the time, again, to highlight, okay? I don't run out of content. This side of the internet, we don't run out of content. And the reason for that is because there is an endless supply of this nonsense. Let's continue to the next clip.
But I kept getting distracted and lose my train of thought. So sit in my living room with me as I drink Starbies and rant about being a single mom during the holidays.
I have never in my life heard someone abbreviate Starbucks, and let me tell you, I never want to hear it again. That is horrendous.
So me and the father of my kids separated earlier this year. Today's Easter, so this is our first official holiday separate. I'm not gonna lie, I cried when I dropped the twins off with their dad. I still find myself really grieving my old life, even though I know it's for the better that we're separated, and I am so much more happier now than I was in the relationship.
Let's unpack this for a second, okay? This woman says that she's happier now that she's out of the relationship, but, you know, she regrets leaving it, right? Let's have a look. She's grieving her old life is the phrase that she has here. Do you know, many of you men, particularly the dudes who have been divorced or you've been through something like this, you know what this means. What this means is she doesn't give a crap about the guy. She does not care about her ex-husband. She never probably really loved him. She doesn't actually give a damn about the dude, right? What she really misses is the privileges of being with a man, okay? You know, you don't have to take the trash out anymore. The man will actually, you know, oftentimes pay the bills for you. He will look after you. Spider in the house, he will solve it for you. He will protect you. He will drive you places, okay? What they really miss is they miss the protection and the provisioning of the man. They don't actually miss the man at all. So when she says she's grieving her old life here, it doesn't actually mean that she cares, right? And now she's like, well, it's better that we're separated. Yeah, because she's saying this because she doesn't even like the guy, right? And I see so many of these situations where women will divorce the guy, but they'll be upset and bitter because they miss out on the life that the man provided for them. Now they have to pay their own bills, right? Even though they're getting government assistance, probably taking money from the man as well. It's just not as easy as if the dude was paying for everything and looking after and protecting and providing for her.
Their dad. I still find myself really grieving my old life, even though I know it's for the better that we're separated, and I am so much more happier now than I was in the relationship, obviously.
Yeah, see, and I actually don't particularly always believe this either. Like, to me, guys, if you're a woman and you're sitting here making a video trying to convince other people that you're happy, you're probably not.
It's a better atmosphere. I'm a lot better physically, mentally, spiritually. But I still find myself really grieving that old part of me.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Have you guys noticed that some of my videos have gone missing over here on YouTube? That is because I am slowly moving them over to locals where I can actually host them without the risk of getting in trouble. If you are not aware, many creators are starting to move over to places like locals, Rumble, etc. because YouTube is not really a free speech platform. So if you are interested in supporting the channel and getting access to videos that are no longer available here, make sure that you come and join us over on Locals. The link will be in the video description down below. Supporters get access to their own exclusive videos that are no longer available to the public. So make sure you go to the link in the description and join us over there now. But anyway, guys, back to today's episode.
And I know it's not going to feel like this forever. I know it will get better. The separation is still very fresh. It's only been a few months. So I know it's not going to last forever, but it still sucks right now.
Man, these videos, right? If you were to watch them, and this is what I've always said about these particular kinds of videos, is it's essentially just acting, right? And the purpose of the act is to try and convince people that you're a victim, right? So the more social media validation you get and the more people that you convince that you're a victim, that's the end goal that we're after, okay? Now, we could have divorced the guy for no reason because we felt like it. And I don't believe these women anymore, right? If they divorce a guy and say, well, it's because he was a terrible man and this and that, right? Until you have proof of this guy being terrible, and until, you know, I speak with him, I don't believe what you have to say. Because there are so many divorces that are initiated by women because of what they do, guys, is they file it under irreconcilable differences, right? It's not actually for a reason. It's just, oh, he was emotionally abusive, right? Or I did all of the emotional labor, just nonsense. Okay, and then they divorce the guy. They take his kids, right? Or at least a good portion of the time he would otherwise spend with them. They take his money, and then they jump on TikTok and they try and convince other people that they are the victim in the situation. You know, she's grieving, guys. She's grieving. How many videos have you seen like this where the woman was the one who completely destroyed everything and she's trying to convince you that she's grieving? Insanity, man. Absolute insanity. But let's continue.
So I just want to say, whether this is your first holiday separated or your 100th holiday separated, I feel for you. It's going to get better. We will be okay. Yeah. Happy Easter, guys. So
I'm cringing so damn hard. It's going to get better, guys. Don't worry. You know, you made the right decision divorcing your husband and taking time away from his kids. You know, fantastic job you did there. So let's jump into this next one. You know what? We might even use this as a fantastic example, okay? This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying trying to convince people that you're a victim. So this even opens up saying, things I hate about dating as a single mother. Now, I've always got to put on here that if you're a single mother, if you're a woman who, if you're not a widow, that is, or if you're an older woman, excuse me, you shouldn't even be dating, okay? But let's take a listen.
So here are all the things I hate as dating as a single mum. Number one, the stereotypes. Oh my god, you look so good to say you've got 2 kids. Right, okay, does that put me in a different bracket to people that don't have kids? No, it doesn't, so please don't do that. Number 2, also, do you work then? Do you have a job? Yes, I do have a job, and no, I don't need you to provide for me. No, I don't want your money, and no, I don't want you to be a stepdad. Yeah, bye. Another one.
You can already tell this woman is so masculine. She is so bitter. And it's very clear right off the bat why a lot of these women are divorced, okay? They are literally the stereotype of I'm strong and independent. I don't need no man, okay? But then when something bad happens, all of a sudden we need a man again, right? The woman previous to this one was talking about how she was grieving her old life. And I was saying how, you know, she's really just missing the benefits of being with a man. This is exactly what I'm talking about, okay? It's all strong and independent. I don't need anything from you, blah, 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 blah. But when a man doesn't commit to them, when a man doesn't, quote unquote, step up and provide, they get so mad about it, okay? And this woman, again, just shows you right away why she is single and why she's a single mother. It's because they're so incredibly masculine that they either choose a guy, the wrong guy who ditches, which I actually think is an overrepresented number, or they choose a guy and then they ditch the guy, right?
You happen to talk to a guy that has children already, so
hang on, let's run it back so we can get some context for this.
Stepdad. Yeah, bye. Another one. When you happen to talk to a guy that has children already, so a single dad, and you ask the question, oh, so when do you see your kids? Do you see your kids often? No, I don't see them because my ex-girlfriend's a psychopath. Yeah, red flag, see you later.
Yeah, so if you're a man and you're a single father and you've had your kids ripped away from you for 90% of the time, maybe you only see your children once every 2 weeks, I don't know, whatever the court order, whatever the court decide to ruin your life with, whatever that is, right? If the ex-wife or ex-girlfriend or whatever takes your kids away from you and she's a psycho, that somehow makes, so you're a red flag now, okay? And you see, the reason why she doesn't like this is because she just got called a psycho because that's what she did, right? She probably took the kids away from some man. Interesting how that works, isn't it?
The small minority of people that maybe aren't like this, but as a single mother myself, if I'm offered time away from my children for them to go and see their dad, honey, I'm taking it. Like, give me a break. Give me a break. I don't care. Unless there is a solid reason for those children not to see their dad, give me a reason.
Right. So she's one of the single mothers who doesn't even like her children. And I don't even know about this situation, guys. I don't believe this, okay? Because here's the thing. I think a lot of these women, they try tooth and nail to get the kids, to take the kids away from the father, but they don't even necessarily want the kids. They just want to hurt the father. I mean, you can call me cynical for that, guys, but I have seen it happen so many times where the women are not even motherly. They don't even like children per se. They were these strong, independent boss babes who don't want to have kids because kids are gross, whatever, which is fine. You don't have to have kids if you don't want to. Okay, but then they have children and they want to keep the children, not necessarily because they even like the kids, but because they just want to hurt the man in the situation. I've seen a lot of situations like this.
Give me a reason. Give me a reason, because I just think you can't be asked. When you find somebody that's a little bit borderline obsessive, should we call it, or persistent, to be kind, and they get pissed off at you for not replying quick enough, I've got a life. Like, I've got a very busy life, and you are not the top of my list right now.
Sounds good to me. Have you guys noticed how all of these single mothers who are so busy and their life is just so crazy and they can't make time for you because everything else is a priority? That's totally fine. Men don't want to date you anyway. And this is one of the big reasons why men don't want to date you, is because you don't prioritize the men in any capacity. It's like dating a regular modern Western woman, but it's like 20 times worse, right? Because it's like they don't care about you times a billion, okay? But here's the thing. Isn't it funny how they always say that they're really busy, guys? You know, these women, they're just really busy. They're working hard. But for some reason, they always have enough time to sit there and record a video of themselves, edit it all together, talking about their dating life and how life is so hard for them. Last time I checked, guys, busy people don't waste their time doing this nonsense. You know what they do? They go about their business. But for some reason, these women in particular, their life is so busy, it's so hectic, and things are so hard, but they always manage to find time in the day to record a TikTok video of themselves crying.
And you are not the top of my list right now. Last one, I promise. When they say, oh, can't you just get a babysitter? Or can't your parents just look after them?
A new hottie has entered the villa.
I think I'm just going to end the video here. I'm not interested in covering this next woman. Maybe we will save her for another video, but I think that's enough brain rot for me today, okay? So we have woman number 1 here, who is a single mother who's, I believe this one was divorced as well. Yeah, I think this one was recently divorced. Single mother, divorced, single mother, divorced, single mother. And they're all kind of frustrated, guys. And notice how the general frustration is geared towards men. This woman's frustration is more so towards the fact that she doesn't get what she wants anymore. Which is really sad, because it puts into context that a lot of these women are not actually dating men because they care about them, or because, you know, they have family values, or, you know, they're interested in the man, but they're more interested in the benefits that dating that man provides. Hilarious. Guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.